Bula, Malele, Talofa and Welcome to Season 6, Episode 46 of Breakfast Bites by TEIVOVOsports.com. A wrap of Pasifika People's sports news on a bright and warm Wednesday morning, 16 August 2023. Coming to you with tons of hanisi from the 180th meridian in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. At the FIFA World Cup semi-final yesterday, Spain stunned Sweden 2-1 at Eden Park in Auckland last night to reach their maiden FIFA World Cup final in a thrilling upset. Given Spain are competing in just their third ever World Cup, have never gone beyond the round of 16 before, and they had never beaten Sweden in 11 previous attempts. Australia will now face England in the second semi-final tonight, given in Sydney. In other football news, Neymar is joining the Saudi Pro League in a deal that will cost nearly US $300 million, including a US $98.5 million transfer fee to PSG. Al-Hilal lured the Brisbane superstar with an US $88 million salary for the next 2 seasons. In background buzz today, I dive into the case of Fiji Football Association Vice President Ayaz Musa, jailed for 4 years in Auckland this week for importation of drugs. In rugby, social media has exploded at the breaking news that England captain Owen Farrell has had his red card against Wales at Twickenham last Saturday rescinded by a disciplinary panel. Farrell was sin-binned for a dangerous tackle on a Welsh player that was later upgraded to a red card in England's 1917 win. Fans are shocked at how easily Farrell got off the hook, particularly given his disciplinary record, which includes a 5-match ban in 2020 for a high tackle. In fact, the disciplinary committee said Farrell was free to play again immediately when he should have faced a mid-range sanction of a 6-week suspension. But this would have ruled him out of some of England's pool games at the Rugby World Cup in France starting 8 September. World Rugby has 48 hours to appeal the Farrell decision, purely under their much-vaunted player welfare policy. Will they? Former All Black and now Tongan international George Moala has been ruled out of the Rugby World Cup 2023 after he was slapped with a 10-week ban for a red card tip tackle against Canada in Nuku'alofa last week. Where's the justice in all this? It seems like there is one rule for Englishmen and another rule for Pacific Islanders. In Rugby League, Tevita Pangai Jr. has dropped a bombshell on the Bulldogs, retiring from the NRL at the end of this season to pursue a career in boxing. The Tongan enforcer joined the Bulldogs at the start of the 2022 season, following stints with the Broncos from 2016 to 2021 and the Panthers for 1 season. The 27-year-old leaves with a year left on his deal. So in a silver lining for Canterbury, it frees up Australian $750,000 in their salary cap, which they could use to launch a raid on Samoan strongman and Broncos gun Payne Haas. The big NRL round 25 games this weekend. Tomorrow sees the Cowboys versus the Sharks in Townsville. On Friday, the NZ Warriors versus Manly in Auckland, followed by the Eels versus the Roosters at Port Combank. And on Saturday, also at Combank Stadium, the Dolphins are in a must-win game against West Tigers. In sports biz, privately owned Luxembourg-based CVC Capital Partners, which owned Formula One prior to Liberty Media's takeover, raised more than US $28 billion for its 9th private equity fund, targeting Europe and the Americas. CVC Capital Partners' varied sports-related interests include equity stakes in Bruin Capital, France's soccer governing body, Indian Premier League's Gujarat Titans, La Liga, Premiership Rugby, Six Nations Rugby, Sports Illustrated, Reebok, United Rugby Championship, Volleyball World, and the WTA. CV Capital Partners is one of the largest private equity firms in the world with about US $153 billion of assets under management. In contact sports, no trash talk, no drama, just two deadly serious focused fighters and undisputed champions at their media conference yesterday afternoon in New York City to promote their pay-per-view fight, Canelo Alvarez versus Jermell Charlo on 30 September at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Canelo Solo Alvarez, with a record of 59 wins, 2 draws and 2 losses, 39 by KO, was expected to face Jermell Charlo's brother, 72.6 kg title holder Jermell Charlo. However, promoters threw everyone a curveball when they announced the smaller but more accomplished sibling would be the opponent. Canelo has been at or near the top of all pound-for-pound lists, while Charlo, who is 35 wins, 1 draw and 1 loss, 19 by KO, has steadily climbed them, the result of a series of high-profile victories. Meanwhile, Aussie champ Tim Tszyu is hanging around cheering for the Matildas. In background buzz today, I dive into the conviction of a Kiwi drug dealer with big connections to Fiji football, FIFA, and the Fiji First Party. One Umraji Ayaz Muhammad Musa, smack bang in the middle of the FIFA World Cup, co-hosted by New Zealand, Ayaz Musa, as he's more commonly known, was convicted and jailed in the Auckland District Court last week to 4 years imprisonment for importing and exporting illicit drugs in 2017. Musa was an elected Fiji FA Vice President and also a member of the FIFA Governance Audit and Compliance Committee since May 2021. Fiji FA Chief Executive Officer Mohammed Yunus confirmed to Radio New Zealand that Ayaz Musa had resigned 2 days earlier from the Fiji Football Association and FIFA. He resigned from all positions on 7th August 2023, Yusuf said. Former Fijian Sports Minister Rajesh Singh said, FIFA and Fiji Football Association have always been promoting drug-free organizations. How did Musa become Vice President of the Fiji FA and hold such an important position with FIFA? More seriously for Fiji are lingering questions about Musa's Hyperchem Pharmacies business in Fiji and how much Ayaz Musa influenced the Fiji First government. Not only was Hyperchem Pharmacies politically favored during the COVID epidemic in Fiji, but did it also provide some kind of cover for Musa's drug activities across the Pacific? Also, how much did Ayaz Musa donate to Frank Bainimarama and Ayaz Said Qayyum's Fiji First Party? As current Deputy Prime Minister and leader of the National Federation Party, Biman Prasad, raised in Parliament back in December 2021, in response to former Attorney General Syed Qayyum urgently pushing legislation through favouring Musa and Hyperchem. Biman Prasad asked whether the bill was designed to assist a particular pharmaceutical importer operating a chain of pharmacies with close links to the Fiji First Party. Is it to help a particular businessman establish a COVID testing facility at Nadi Airport? He asked. Prasad also pointedly asked if the bill would camouflage the illegal importation of prohibited medicinal products by the owner of a pharmacy chain allegedly involved in controversial dealings. Prasad also asked, without naming them at the time, whether Ayaz Musa and Hyperchem were on Interpol's red notice list. Syed Qayyum totally fudged the questions and drifted on to another topic. As usual, Bainimarama was clueless to what was going on. Or was he? For TEIVOVOdigital.com, I'm Kaldan Kamea. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons below if you want to receive more Pasifika sports highlights on Breakfast Bites. Mahalo, ka kite, and thank you all too much for all your love and support.